Hello, good morning students. Now in previous lecture we had started the topic limits and derivatives. A few terms I told what is limit, how it is applicable and in what condition the limit is not existing. Now I had given them some formulae. I think you remember, like limit x tends to 0, x to the power n minus a to the power n is upon x minus a is equal to what? N a to the power a minus 1, another formula. Now we are coming to solve some questions from exercise so that you will be able to solve the questions and understand better. Exercise (13.1). Question 1. Very simple exercise. Limit x tends to 3, x plus 3. Limit x tends to 3, x plus 3. Function is x plus 3 and its limit is x is tending to 3. So what we do? Simply we put the value of x as 3. So what is the answer? We have 3 plus 3 is equal to 6 is the answer. See, second question. We have limit x tends to pi, limit x tends to pi, x minus 22 upon 7. So what to do? Nothing. Just simply you have to put the value of x. So we have pi minus 22 upon 7 is the answer. See, the third question. We have limit x tends to 4, limit x tends to 4 and function is we have 4x plus 3 upon x minus 2. So what to do? Simply we have to put the value 4 into 4 plus 3 upon 4 minus 2, this is 19 upon 2 is the answer. So in these questions simply we have to put the value of x and we can get the answer. One more question is, we have fourth question, just I have solved. Third question was pi r square, so simply you can put the value of r as 1. Fifth question, you will write x is equal to minus 1. X is equal to minus 1. I am writing, this was fourth question. Fifth question, limit x tends to minus 1 and function is x to the power 10 plus x to the power 5, x to the power 10 plus x to the power 5 plus 1 upon x minus 1. What we do? Simply we have to put the value of x as minus 1 to the power 10 plus minus 1 to the power 5 plus 1 upon minus 1 minus 1. So this time what we have? Minus 1 to the power 10 even power, this becomes 1, this is minus 1 plus 1 upon minus 2. So this is 1 upon minus 2 is the answer. Next question is question number 6. See, we have limit x tends to 0, limit x tends to 0, x plus 1 to the power 5, x plus 1 to the power 5 minus 1 upon x upon x. See, this question is of the form 0 upon 0. So let me solve it properly. See, question number 6. Limit x tends to 0, x plus 1 to the power 5 minus 1 upon x. See, if you put x is equal to 0, this becomes 1 minus 1, 0 upon 0. This is the form 0 upon 0. So I have told you, I think you remember, whenever we have the form 0 upon 0, so in that case we simplify the function, then we will apply the limit. So this is a binomial theorem, x plus 1 to the power 5. So how to solve? Limit x tends to 0. See, this is 5c0 x to the power 5 plus 5c1 x to the power 4 plus 5c2 x to the power 3 plus 5c3 x to the power 4 x to the power 2 plus 5c4 x plus 5c5 and x to the power 0 plus 1 minus 1 upon x. See, 5c0 means its value is 1 into x to the power 4. Value is, so what we have? Limit x tends to 0, this is x to the power 5 plus, see, 5c1 is 5, 5c1 is 5. Here we have 5c1 is 5, x to the power 4 plus 5c2 is 10, x cube plus 5c3 is 15, 10 again, 10 x square plus 5c4 is 5x plus 5c5 is 1 minus 1 upon x. This minus 1 plus 1 will go. Here we have x common. Limit x tends to 0. X common. We have x to the power 4 plus 5x cube plus 10x square plus 10x plus 5 upon x. This x and x will go. Now we will apply the limit. So we have here 0 to the power 4 plus 5 into 0 to the power 3 plus 10 into 0 to the power 2 plus 10 into 0 plus 5. So all will become 0. Answer is 5. So as I told, whenever we have the limit of the form 0 upon 0, so first of all we will simplify that, and after that we can get the value. Got it? So this is how we can find the solution. So this was question number 6. See, question number 7 is see, seventh question, we have 3x square minus x minus 10. Limit x tends to 2. 3x square minus x minus 10 upon x minus 2. See, this is again x square minus 4. This is, I think, yes, x square minus 4. X square minus 4. See the function. It is, if you are putting the value x is equal to 2, this becomes 12 minus 2 minus 10. So 0 upon 0. Form 0 upon 0. So what we have to do? We have to simplify this. See how? Limit x tends to 2. Factorizing this, 10 3 is 30, 6 5 is 30. So we have 3x square minus 6x plus 5x minus 10 upon, this can be factorized, x plus 2 and x minus 2. Now limit x tends to 2, 3 and x is common. We have x minus 2 minus plus 5 is common. We have x minus 2 upon, we have x plus 2 and x minus 2. So limit x tends to 2, 3x plus 5 and x minus 2 upon, we have x plus 2 and x minus 2. This will go. Now apply the limit. Limit x tends to 2. So we will write the value. We have 3 into 2 plus 5 upon 2 plus 2. We have 11 upon 4 is the answer of the question. See the solution? So whenever we have the function of the form 0 upon 0, the first we will simplify that, and after that we can calculate the result. Got it? Question number 8 is same as question number 7. It is again of the form 0 upon 0. So first you will simplify this, and after that you will get the result. So I am leaving question number 8 for you. See question number 9. We have limit x tends to 0. Ax plus b upon cx plus 1. So direct you can put the value, because it is not of the form 0 upon 0. So we can put the value c a into 0 plus b upon c into 0 plus 1. So we have b upon 1, that is b as the answer. This is the question. Got it? Now question number 10. Tenth question is limit z tends to 1. Limit z tends to 1. Z to the power 1 upon 3 minus 1 upon z to the power 1 upon 6 minus 1. See, this question is again of the 0 upon 0, because if you put z is equal to 1, it becomes 1 minus 1 0, here 1 minus 1 0. So this is of the form 0 upon 0. So we will simplify it again. Means C, limit z tends to 1. This can be written as z to the power 1 upon 6 whole square minus 1 square upon z to the power 1 upon 6 minus 1. This can be written z to the power 1 upon 6 whole square minus 1 square upon itna. Now this can be broken into form a square minus b square. So we have limit z tends to 1. This is z to the power 1 upon 6 plus 1 and z to the power 1 upon 6 minus 1 upon z to the power 1 upon 6 minus 1. So this will be cancelled. Limit z tends to 1, we have z to the power 1 upon 6 minus plus 1. Now put the value. So this becomes 1 to the power 1 upon 6 plus 1. This is 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 is the answer. Got it? This is how we can solve this question. Okay? Now question number 11 is direct question. Simply you have to put x is equal to 1 and you can get the answer. So you will try this question number 11 yourself. See question number 12. 12th question. In 12th question we are given limit x tends to minus 2. Limit x tends to minus 2 and 1 upon x plus 1 upon 2. 1 upon x plus 1 upon 2 upon 2 plus x or x plus 2. X plus 2. See, again it is of the form 0 upon 0. This is form 0 upon 0. So we have to simplify this. Limit x tends to minus 2. Its LCM is 2x. We have 2 plus x upon x plus 2. So we have limit x tends to minus 2, 2 plus x upon 2x into x plus 2. So this will be cancelled. We have limit x tends to minus 2, 1 upon 2x, or this is 1 upon 2 into minus 2. Answer is minus 1 upon 4. Got it? Very simple question. Now let's see question number 13. Thirteenth question, given limit x tends to 0 sin ax upon bx. Limit x tends to 0 sin ax upon bx. I think you remember in the lecture I gave the idea, this formula, limit x tends to 0 sin x upon x is equal to 1. So here we have sin ax. Sin ax. So you need ax upon sin, means we can write like this, limit x tends to 0. See, sin ax upon bx, multiply by ax and divide by ax. Bring this ax here, send this bx here. So we can write limit x tends to 0 sin ax upon ax into, we have ax upon bx. This will go. This is constant, scalar a upon b. So this comes first. So we can write a upon b, limit x tends to 0 sin ax upon ax. Now this portion becomes 1. So we have a upon b into 1 is equal to a upon b is the answer of the question. Got it? Very simple question. Now we are coming to question number 14. We are coming to question number 14. See, fourteenth question, given limit x tends to 0 sin ax upon sin bx. Limit x tends to 0 sin ax upon sin bx. As I told, this is the quotient form. Two functions are given under same limit, so we can separate them. Means we can write like this: limit x tends to 0 sin ax upon limit x tends to 0 sin bx. Now we know that limit x tends to 0 sin x upon x is equal to 1. So here we have sin ax, तो multiply here by ax and divide by ax, here multiply by bx and divide by bx. So what we have? Limit x tends to 0 sin ax upon ax upon limit x tends to 0 sin bx upon bx into, here we have ax upon bx left, x and x will go, here it is 1 upon 1 into, we have 1 upon 1 into a upon b. So answer is a upon b. Answer is a upon b. Very simple question, but you have to understand the method. Now question number 15. Fifteenth question, given limit x tends to pi, limit x tends to pi sin pi minus x upon pi times of pi minus x. This is constant. This can be sent into first. Means we can write 1 upon pi limit x tends to pi. We have sin pi minus x upon pi minus x. See, actually this is looking like the form sin x upon x. But limit is not x tends to 0. It needs limit x tends to 0. In case when we have limit x tends to 0, in that case it is equal to 1. So in this case we change the limit. And how we change the limit? We subtract something from the limit. Like, see, put x is equal to pi minus h, where x is tending to pi and h is tending to 0. Means in place of x we have to write pi minus h and limit is h tends to 0. So what we have? See, 1 upon pi, we have limit h tends to 0 now. And in place of x we will write pi minus h. See, we have sin pi minus pi plus h upon, here we have pi minus pi plus h. This pi and pi will go. We have 1 upon pi limit h tends to 0. Now we have sin h upon h, and limit h tends to 0. Now sin h upon h is equal to 1. So what we have, 1 upon pi into 1 is equal to 1 upon pi is the answer. Got it? Very simple question. Whenever we have the limit which is not x tends to 0, in that case we have to change the limit. We have to change the limit. Okay. Now see, question number 16 is direct question. It is simply you can put the value pi minus h, means x tends to 0. So you can write 1 upon pi is the answer. I am solving 17th question. I am solving 17th question. In 17th question we are given limit x tends to 0, cos 2x minus 1 upon cos x minus 1. Cos 2x minus 1 upon cos x minus 1. It is of the form 0 upon 0. Why? If you put cos 0 is equal to 1 minus 1, cos 0 is equal to 1 and minus 1, 0. So we have to simplify. See, limit x tends to 0, take minus sign common. So we have 1 minus cos 2x upon, take minus sign common, 1 minus cos x. This minus and minus will go. Now limit x tends to 0, apply the formula of cos 2x such that this 1 can be removed. So we can write 1 minus 1 plus 2 sin square x upon, this is 1 minus 1 plus 2 sin square x by 2. This will go, 2 and 2 will go. So what we have, limit x tends to 0, we have sin square x upon sin square x by 2. This can be written, see, limit x tends to 0, this can be put sin x into sin x. See, sin x into sin x upon sin square x by 2. This can be broken. See, limit x tends to 0, 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 into, this is 2 sin x by 2 cos x by 2 for sin x upon sin square x by 2. What is the final result? We have limit x tends to 0, 4 sin square x by 2 cos square x by 2 upon sin square x by 2. This will go. Now we have limit x tends to 0, 4 cos square x by 2. Now put the value of x is equal to 0. So we have 4 cos 0. This is 4 into 1 is equal to 4 is the answer of this question. See this question, very interesting. So today I have solved up to question number 17. Up to question number 17. 18th question you can try. 19th question is direct question. Means simply you have to put x is equal to 0, your answer will be 0. In 18th question you have to write the formula of cos 1 minus cos x upon 1 plus cos x. So you can write this. You can try. I will start from question number 18 in next lecture. All right. Till then, thank you very much. God bless you.